Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vic. Now, we all know what a hero is. A hero is someone who risks their lives in order to protect and also watch out for the well-being of others. But not just a hero is interesting, but superheroes are also interesting. And we all have our favorite superheroes, whether it be Batman, Aquaman, Captain America, Superman, or Spider-Man. But it's my personal belief that Spider-Man is actually a better superhero than Superman, even though Superman was actually created first and was the mold. Now, Superman was born on the alien planet of Krypton. His parents, Jor-El and Laura, discovered that Kryptonite was heading for destruction. When they found this out, Jor-El started building a spacecraft that would send their son, Kal-El, to Earth. During Kryptonite's last moments, Jor-El and Laura put their infant son into the spacecraft and started sending it to Earth. Jor-El and Laura died during Kryptonite's destruction, and the spacecraft barely escapes during its destruction. The spacecraft crash lands in Smallville, Kansas, where it is discovered by passing motorists Jonathan and Martha Kent. They discover the spacecraft and adopt little Jor-El because they cannot have children of their own and give him the name of Clark Kent. Superman gets his superpowers from the radiations from Earth's yellow sun. Now, these powers include superhuman strength, invulnerability, flight, superhuman speed, X-ray, heat vision, microscopic and telescopic sight, along with super hearing, flight, and also to longevity and almost a photographic memory. Now, Superman does have his few weaknesses. One would be a red sun, which completely eliminates all his superpowers due to the simple fact that Krypton had a red sun. He's also weak to magic, but we mean magic in the comic book sense. Ones with wizards and sorcerers and space, and also dealing with crystals and stuff like that. But his most famous weakness is that of Kryptonite. Kryptonite has been known to literally drain him of his powers, and if you hold Kryptonite up to him long enough, will kill him. Kryptonite is actually radioactive parts of his home planet of Krypton. His alter ego is known as Clark Kent. Now, with Clark Kent, he is a reporter for the Daily Planet, Metropolis's main #1 newspaper. Now, this does give him a slight advantage due to the simple fact that he can work alone, therefore it's easier for him to keep his alter ego a secret. Now, Spider-Man, on the other hand, is a student at Midtown High. He is painfully shy and is constantly picked on by the other students. Now, he was also orphaned as a very young child due to the simple fact that his parents were killed overseas because they were U.S. agent spies. Now, at the age of 15, he did attend a public science demonstration, and it was here that he was bitten on the hand by a radioactive spider that did get irradiated by passing through plasma beams during the science experiment. Now, the spider did pass on to him his superhuman powers. Now, later, he disguised himself and tried to test out his powers by taking on the professional wrestler known as Crusher Hogan. With the success of that, he later got an agent, a costume, and he named himself Spider-Man, and overnight became a TV sensation. Now, with this going straight to his head, he was unconcerned with anybody else. His main concern was take care of himself, his aunt, and his uncle. But because of this, that same night, a burglar runs past him, and Spider-Man does nothing to stop him. He's not concerned. I can easily apprehend him, but why? Why should I dirty my hands with that? I'm going to let the cop get it. Later on that evening, when Spider-Man goes home, there's police cars at his house. He comes to find out that his Uncle Ben was killed by a robber. Infuriated, Spider-Man tracks down this burglar into an abandoned Acme building. Here, he confronts the burglar, and then when he unmasks him, to his horrifying discovery, he discovers that this is the man that he could have stopped, because this is the man, the burglar, that he let run by him at the TV station. He ultimately let his Uncle Ben die because he chose not to act. And it was here that he discovered with great power comes great responsibility, something that his Uncle Ben once told him. Now, Spider-Man powers are completely different than Superman's. Yes, he does have superhuman strength, but instead of invulnerability, he has durable skin, meaning that his tissue can handle a little bit more damage than what a normal human can, but yet he's not invulnerable. He can still be hurt by bullets, by knives. He can even be poisoned. Now, also too, with his powers, he also has what they call the spider-like reflexes and agility due to the spider. He also has what he makes as his artificial web shooters, which is his trademark means of transportation, and also offensive and defensive means of attack. He also has a unique ability, a sixth sense that is called his spider sense, that kind of gives him an early detection of when danger is going to happen. Peter Parker still lives at home with his Aunt May, and he struggles to help her pay the rent, since now it's only her. He does this by selling photos to the publisher J. Jonah Jameson, who runs the Daily Bugle. But in 2001, he actually went back to high school and became a part-time teacher. Now, both of these superheroes have suffered great loss in their time. Superman lost Krypton. He lost his parents in the explosion of Krypton. He will never know what it's like to go and visit his home planet. He will never know what it's like to see his parents, or to know his parents. Also, too, growing up, he lost his adopted father, Jonathan, who died right before he became Superman. But other than that, he suffers no personal sacrifice. He never has to worry about being late due to his superhuman speed. He never has to worry about missing deadlines because of his superhuman speed. And also, too, because of his freelance reporting, he never really has to worry about an income. Spider-Man has also had great loss. He, too, never had a chance to know his parents due to the simple fact that they were killed when he was a baby. He also has to, every day, live with the fact that his Uncle Ben died because of his negligence to stop the burglar that killed him. Also, too, he has to live with the fact that his first true love, Gwen Stacy, died while he was fighting his arch nemesis, the Green Goblin. The Green Goblin actually threw Gwen Stacy off the George Washington Bridge. And during the rescue attempt from Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy died. But it's not just because of the Green Goblin. It is due to the simple fact that it was the web line that caused the whiplash effect that killed Gwen Stacy. Also, too, the publisher, J. Jonah Jameson, that he sells the photos to, does this. He publishes the photos to blacken Spider-Man's representation, to turn the city against him. He also has to pay for the web fluid that he makes, where the chemicals themselves are very expensive. And plus, too, because of his crime fighting and he doesn't have superhuman speed, he often has to be late for class, work, and any type of date that he might get. Therefore, he has to make a personal sacrifice. So in conclusion, yeah, Superman does seem pretty great. But yet, like a hero, he never has to risk his life, for there is hardly anything that can hurt him. Where Spider-Man risks his life because a bullet can kill him. Superman once said in Justice League Unlimited, the final episode, that I feel that I live in a world made of cardboard. I don't know about you, but that to me says that he's basically a god amongst men. Where Spider-Man, he can be injured. And also, too, he has to sell the photos to J. Jonah Jameson to make any type of money. The man who blackens his image, but yet he still has to do it. And he also risks his life for those who would criticize him and also look upon him with disrespect. Thank you.
Here comes the Spider-Man.